back. If you're not new, my name is Jocelyn Rebel. I'm a wife, a mom, and a teacher here in Southeast Louisiana. Happy January 2026. It is Saturday, January 3rd, and I'm prepping for my upcoming return back to work. So that's exciting. Ready to start the second semester. So I'm here because I wanted to give you guys a tour of my teacher bag, which is a little bit different now that I'm not exclusively in my own classroom and I do a lot more traveling amongst other schools. So I wanted to give you guys a tour of my teacher bag. So let's get into it. First and foremost, I have a Samsonite mobile workstation bag. I'll put a little bit of the information up on the screen for you guys. It was a little expensive, but because I'm traveling a lot more, it just made more sense to have a backpack that has wheels that I can roll around instead of carry on my back. Okay guys, so this is my Samsonite mobile work bag. It does move. There's a handle that goes all the way up and upside down and all that good stuff. So in the front of my bag, I have like some keychains, but in this keychain, I keep gum and some old school wired headphones because every once in a while I share an office space with 4 of my coworkers. Sometimes we have conference calls, and so I like to just be able to plug in and kind of focus. This little sash, Amazon, came in a pack for a few dollars, and I like to change things out. My first pouch, if I'm looking at the very front of my bag, this little pouch, I keep feminine products in there just for easier access because once again, I'm not in my classroom, so like I have my girl stuff. I also keep my eyeglass microfiber, see, feminine products. And then I think that's all in the front. Yeah, that's all I keep in here. Just easy access. It's right there. I can grab and go for whatever I need. Or if I'm in like a lounge at a school, or if I'm in a workspace at a school and it's just something that I need like real fast, I can pull it from there and it's all okay. So that is my first little pouch. My second pouch, this is where, if I look in, there's a little spot that I can put a charging port in here if I want to, but I really don't. I keep some ink pens. Y'all, if you are a teacher or medical professional or anybody like that, you need to get these ink pens. Schneider Express non-bleed through document pens. They are expensive as all get up, but a principal from a local junior high gave me one at one of our NIET trainings and was like, hey, you need to, I used to work with him back in the day. He's like, you need to use those. They are phenomenal, especially when you have to sign documents and all the formal stuff. Keep nail clippers because you, once again, never know. I'm Catholic to the core. I keep a rosary in here, but don't come for me. This is my mom's confirmation rosary. It is absolutely beautiful, and I keep it with me wherever I go. So like, it's been with me all 13 years I've been an educator. And I always keep something that belonged to my mom with me. And like on the 7th of this month, it will make 13 years that she passed away. So if you don't know the story, which I've mentioned a couple times on here, my mom passed away my first day of student teaching, my last semester of college. So January 7th was it started off as an exciting day for me, and it ended being one of the hardest days of my life. And it's still a really hard day. But there's a little note in here that my mom wrote that said, to Jessie, I want you to have my confirmation rosary. Love, Mom. And then she put second born daughter because I'm the second daughter. So I keep this with me wherever I go. I also have a rosary in my car, but that's, once again, Catholic problems. I keep a charging little dock port in here. I also have an extra block in case I need something with a USB, because sometimes I do. I just never know. And then coin purse and a journal. This journal, I got this from a student a few years ago. I get a lot of journals and I just kind of hold them steady, but I found this the other day when I was cleaning out my stuff, and I need a journal so I can take notes during my meetings and stuff. I'm not really a digital planner kind of girly. I'm very old school in the sense of I like to write, to handwrite things. It just makes more sense in my brain, and I know that not many people like that these days, but that's just where I am, you know. That's how my brain works. And then there's 2 more compartments. The second largest compartment is where I keep my school computer. So you can't see it, but that is my school computer. She is giant. I also keep my charging cord. I keep a little tripod for my phone, especially if I'm vlogging. These are all my charging cables for like my iPad for work, and some like chargers for my mouse. So I keep a mouse pad and a mouse just if I'm on the go and I have work to do, which I always have work to do. And then last but not least, I keep a hairbrush, and then my USB extender, travel hub, whatever you want to call it. This has my little port for this, a little piece, and it also has the one from my office. So, and I also keep Aquaphor because your girl's lips are always chapped because it's cold or the weather's bad. And I can't say that I'm dehydrated because all I do is drink water. So there's that. Just to show you the overview of that compartment. So it's not giant, but it's just enough to fit the few things that I need in here. And last but not least is the biggest part. When you open it, it's like an accordion kind of style spot. There's like extenders where I can open it even more. If you're traveling, some people put clothes in here. It's technically like a little carry-on bag, but I use mine for work, obviously. Okay, so in here, this is the biggest part of the bag. Biggest part of the bag. It is full of my like essential things. So in here, these are some of the paperwork things I'm working on that needs to be turned in. These are my evidence sheets, and I can't show you too much because there's names on them and I don't want to get in trouble. So these are some evidence sheets that I've turned in for a grant. These are my rosters of all of my EL students at the various schools that I'm at. This is my work iPad. I use it sometimes on the go, or sometimes if I don't want to bring my laptop into a room, if I'm doing like an observation, like an informal observation, I'll bring that instead and write down my notes and track the speaker and all that good stuff. Pencil pouch, which has all of my good pens in that I told you it's so worth the splurge if you need good document pens. So I have that. Ooh, let me not tip my bag over. I have that. I have some like post-it notes, and then I keep some Sharpies, some correction tape, and then some highlighters, because once again, I could be in a classroom and a kid needs a highlighter and I will give them what they need. You know, I'm still a teacher at heart. My planner that your girl got from Amazon, and it's simple. Cute little purple planner. It is everything that I need. I've already started January, so that's just that. And then I have like a little information folder. It's like a little notebook binder folder for my schools. And then I have our NIET handbook and another little like notebook calendar page for the district that I use when I have official meetings and stuff. So that is basically everything. And then I just zip everything back up. Some of my schools are not the easiest to maneuver because it's older buildings, and so it doesn't have like these beautiful elevators and stuff. But I've learned that I like to park myself in a lounge and keep my stuff in there, and then I go to my destination. I'll bring like a little notepad or my iPad with something to write on, because I like art, even my laptop, it just kind of depends. But my role as a literacy mentor is way different than my classroom time, my classroom teacher experience. So I am a little bit more mobile and on the go. And that's been the hardest part of this new job, is that I'm not used to going to several different places, sometimes in a day versus a week. You know, I'm used to being in one classroom all day, and it's just the reality of my new position. So thank you guys for watching my updated what's in my teacher bag. Please like and subscribe. Let's be friends. It's a new year, and I'm trying to get back into the groove with loving content creation again, because it's really hard when you don't have that space anymore. And I really enjoyed showing you what my life was like daily as a teacher, and so that's been really hard for me. So I'm trying to find my love to do this again, just in a different facet. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Follow me on my other social media platforms as well. Connect with me. Let's talk about my new position and see, maybe it's something that you want to do one day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.